Well, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to English 102 for the fall of 2020. Due to the COVID pandemic and all of the chaos and confusion that is surrounding everything we do right now, I've chosen to do our class remotely. So most everything we do will be in Blackboard. Hopefully we will have some opportunities to meet in small groups on campus. I'm hoping that as the fall progresses, the state will contain the virus more tightly and we'll be able to actually get together. But for now, it just seemed like this was the best choice, especially since my kids are home and I'm going to have to be their teacher as well as your teacher. So without further ado, let's look at the course and see what is available for you all. So I'm going to be using either Blackboard Collaborate or Microsoft Teams to communicate with you. So look out for that to start coming to you, those invitations through your KCTCS email. So that will start happening hopefully next week. We'll have our first Teams meeting. My opinion is the best time to have that Teams meeting is during our regularly scheduled class time. And I'll record that and post it so that if you can't come during that time, you can still get the points and access the information. There's a syllabus that has all of the policies and procedures on it, as well as a schedule. I've broken the weekly schedule out as well so that you can come here and get to it really quickly. It's organized via week. It tells you what you need to do for that week. And then if there's anything that is due, that specific date is listed for that. So over here, the LRC orientation will actually meet for that on the day that's listed. Beyond that, I've employed the calendar this fall. I hope this is a useful tool. So you should be able to come to the calendar and then you can actually go to the assignment from the calendar. So that makes it a little easier to kind of know what needs to be done on which day. So I'm hoping that'll be helpful. And then finally, here's the course content. And our class is organized into 6 different units. So of course we'll start up here and then work our way down to the bottom. The semester will go by very, very quickly. So I love teaching 102 because you get to do this intensive research project, and it's a lot of fun for me to see you guys grow and develop as researchers and questioners. And also I learn a lot from your research papers about stuff that I would never think to research myself, such as in the past there have been papers over self-driving cars. There have been papers over artificial intelligence. And so these are things that are cool and interesting, but I would never spend time looking into. So it's great that these are the things that you guys are interested in. And so then I get to glean from your papers. So here's the syllabus. The office telephone is a Google Voice number. So you should be able to text me as well as call me, and that should come through to my phone here at home. If you text and call and I don't respond, something's wrong. So send me an email and let me know so that I can get in there and fix it. Because all of my classes are online, I do need you to let me know which class you're in if you call or text. So that will be helpful to me. So there's a little welcome to class, kind of about what I just said, about why I like 102. So here's the COVID statement. Let's talk about your textbooks. There are 2 required textbooks for the class. The first one is the MLA handbook. This book's $12. It's up to you whether or not you purchase it. There are a few assignments where I do ask you specifically for page numbers from this book, and we do have 2 MLA quizzes in which you can use the book. So it's $12. It's your choice. You have to have the writing arguments book, so you'll want to make sure that you get a copy of the 11th edition of the writing arguments book. So there's the authors, Ramage, Bean, and Johnson, and then the ISBNs are there for you on the syllabus. Of course, you're going to need reliable internet access. We're going to be using Microsoft Teams, so you want to make sure that, and I think you'll be fine through your KCTCS email with Microsoft Teams. That's where the invitations will go. So make sure that you're able to get into your KCTCS email. Curiosity is a very important component of English 102. I prefer that you research something you don't already have a very strong opinion about. Research something that you still have questions about how you feel about it, about what's the best solution for that. So curiosity is essential to 102. Also, time management. You'll notice on the schedule, the course is really kind of front-loaded and end-loaded. So at the beginning, there's all these MLA assignments, research gathering, things that are happening. And then we move from these sort of smaller, quick assignments to the more immense, immersive assignments of the parts of the paper. So be aware that time management is going to be key, especially since we're doing it remotely, but I will send messages and things to kind of keep us on track. So the disability accommodations and the expectations are all very important. So if you have accommodations that need to be addressed, you can let me know and I can send you to the correct office on campus. Don't forget that the Teaching and Learning Center and the library are still open and available to you. Here's the number for the TLC. They're doing remote tutoring as well as in-person tutoring, and same for the library. There will be computers available to work there, but it will be first come, first served. So go ahead and keep SNAP. Just never know when you might need it for something. We're going to do a lot of reading. We're going to do a lot of writing. You're going to do some researching. You're going to do some inquiry. You're going to do a lot of thinking and writing and organizing of information. So all of these things that are listed are things that we're going to be working through this semester. So we'll stop here with this video, and I'll do a part 2 that goes over the course policies. The screencast-o-matic limits me to 15 minutes, and so I don't want to get into this and not have enough time to adequately cover it. So I'm going to pause here, and then I'll make a part 2 that kind of finishes out going over the syllabus.